Good morning, Pest Up London, your local pest control guy. I'll start off by saying if you like the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. That's on YouTube. And on Facebook, if please like the video. Also, anyone with pest issues who have come to a brick wall with any using services that didn't offer a good service, please call me on 0203 633 2928. I may have the solution to your problems. There has been many cases where people have not idea what is in their attic. And it's third scratching, they think it's mice, or the third scratching, they think it's rats, the third scratching, they think it's squirrels. And a camera has this was, I think, last year. I deployed a camera, and we didn't know what it was making the noise, and lo and behold, it was bats. Now, can you imagine? Now you know, it could be birds, it could be anything, but you don't know what it is. Now you can imagine now of this situation of putting the wrong thing in there and catching something and realizing you've killed a non-target species. So it's very important to identify what you're dealing with before you start taking evasive action. And a lot of people, they see it, they call someone, and that someone comes, and that's someone without knowledge and without cameras, not using cameras. I use cameras every time I'm doing identification, pest control. I use cameras. Now, putting a camera, I did, like I said, identify, but the most of them come and they'll put bait down, they'll put maybe they won't put traps, but bait. It could be a squirrel. You're not allowed to bait for squirrels. It's against the law to bait for squirrels, because there was, I think a couple of years ago, it was removed from point of sale in the pest control industry. It was removed from the point of sale. It was warfarin, and it was a very low percentage, but it was removed. Now, we're not allowed to bait at all. So if anyone is practicing that thing, then they're wrong. They're very, very wrong, and they're breaking the law. And so we have to follow the code. We have a code in the pest control industry. You have to follow it to the letter. There's a lot of people they're drowning, or they put in horrible traps up, or they're doing something. We are not allowed to do that. We are not allowed to do that in the industry. We cannot practice that type of way. We cannot do it. We have to follow what the guidelines say that we can do. The way we dispatch a pest is we kill them quick, not have them, not have them sort of half dead or beat them to death. We have to kill them very quickly. But with that said, I've seen some horror stories with people doing some naughty things, and not pest controllers, obviously. The sticky boards went because of some silly woman putting it on a bird table, and that we lost the sticky board. That was our number one tool. Because of now, I think that, even they're still selling sticky boards. It's unreal that unprofessionals are allowed to use sticky boards, but we are not. And we're the professionals. We know where to put them, how long to put them for. This is a very important message, as well as I'm advertising my business. But I also need to prioritize the importance of pest controllers with the right tools. I've seen horror stories where people have thrown poison, cut grain, poison in the garden. What do you think's going to eat that then? It's definitely not only squirrel. Squirrel could eat that as well. Squirrels, although they're pests, but they're not supposed to be poisoned. That's one. Rats might eat it if they get the chance to eat it, but wood mice and birds will eat that poison and well, dead. And who do you think preys? Who preys on little animals and birds is birds of prey. So now you kill about 3 or 4 non-target species because of stupidity. That's why only professionals should be handling dangerous things, and we know how to deploy them. I go on courses. I'm constantly learning and developing my skills. Also, I pay for courses. I go on training courses. I go maybe outside of London to go on a training course. So I'm constantly learning because we have to know the laws, because the laws changing in the pest industry. Some items are coming in and some items are going out. We have to know what we have to do, what we don't have to do, what's legal and what's not, what's illegal and what's legal. The laws change, and if you're not on point and you're not going courses, you don't know anything. You're just a pest controller, and then you don't realize that you're breaking the law because you're using the wrong item. So this is why a good message. This is a very strong video about, not just about my service, as I said, but identification of pests and using the right tools. And non pest controllers really shouldn't be touching things that, it's a bit like, I've always said this, when I come to someone's other job. Now, I border my lines when I say, listen, that's building work. I can't touch that. That's building work. Why is other people interfering with my work when they're not even trained for it? So I'm bordering. I come to electrical. I say, listen, you need an electrician or you need a plumber. I border. I say, that's it. I stop. This is my job over here, your job there. And other people who are non-professionals are in going into my job and trying to do my job. Please let the professionals handle their profession. And that's my message, really, as well as I'm advertising. And if you, like I said at the beginning of the video, my like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. This is Pest Stop London, your local pest control guy. Everybody have a lovely day.